So last week I posted a video, 3 steps to get started sewing, and I wanted to share with you all my recommendation for any beginner and really anyone period who is needing a machine either for garments or for home dec. This is the Brother CS-6000i computerized machine. Tilt this a little bit here. This machine retails on Amazon for about $150. It has 60 built-in stitches, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 automatic buttonholes, which I don't know about you, but I want to just press a button and then a buttonhole appear rather than have to manipulate the fabric and do all of that. There are a lot of great features to this machine. It has a lot of heft for clothes, and this is the machine that I recommend to all beginners who take any of my classes. I have owned this machine for years. This is actually the second one that I've owned. This is the first machine that I bought when I was learning how to sew, and I wore it out. I used it for 3 years, pretty much maybe 5 hours a day or more for 3 whole years, and then finally burned it out. This is a great machine. It packs a lot of punch for not a huge financial investment, which is why I love it so much. So I wanted to walk you through a couple of the features that I think are most important. And the first is that you get a whole bag of accessories and presser feet. And the first good thing about this machine is that these are snap-on presser feet. So if you are going in between, maybe you are stitching a regular stitch and then you're going to do an overcast stitch and then you're going to do a hem, you can snap the presser feet on and off in a matter of a couple seconds, and that alone saves you time with your sewing. The other really cool feature of this machine, which I personally love, even though I don't use this machine as my everyday machine anymore, I've actually, I use a PC-420, which is also a Brother machine. I look for the same features, just a better motor. This has a drop-down bobbin. You wind your bobbin up top here. Can't really see that, can you? You wind your bobbin, you drop it in, you run the thread through, you cover it, and you're done. Gone are the days of unhinging the front of the machine and trying to fit the bobbin in, and do you have it right? Which way is your thread going? So this is a super helpful feature of this machine, which I love. This also has an automatic needle threader, and I haven't used this function as much. I've tried it a few times. I'm pretty good at eyeballing how to get thread in my needle, so I don't use it too much, but it is there nonetheless. So I'm going to turn this on, walk you through a few of the features that I think are just amazing and awesome that will help you in the long run. This machine is a little louder than the PC-420, and that is all speeds of stitching, it is louder. Usually the more you pay for a machine, the more perks you get. So you're going to get a better motor, you're going to get a higher stitch per minute count. You're going to get more stitches overall. If you're just starting out making garments or making quilts, or maybe you just want to do curtains, you don't need anything more than what's here. And really, I don't need 420 or however many stitches I have on my new machine. I don't use all of them, but I really like the motor that it has and the heft that it gives me. So you don't really need a ton of stitches starting out, and really this one has too many. There are a lot of decorative and heirloom stitches. There's a free arm quilt section here, and then you've got your automatic buttonholes, and then everything on the top row here is what you need for garments. So you've got your zigzag, your straight stitch in 2 locations, you've got a triple stitch, you've got a blind stitch, and then you move into the quilting and heirloom stitches down here. So if you're just starting out, maybe you don't know how long you want to sew, you don't know how many garments you're going to make in a month or whatever, this is a great machine. Modern technology has also helped us here, and this machine is completely computerized. So what does that mean? That means that if I want to go to number 6, I just press this button and then I'm there. And it automatically, you can kind of see this, it automatically configures the stitch length and the stitch width for me. And it tells me what presser foot I need to put on to stitch this stitch, which is an overcast stitch. In terms of idiot proofing, this is great. And I love the ease of just being able to press a button and then do whatever I want it to do. And every single stitch on here, let's go up to number 59. Every stitch on here does the same thing. You pick the stitch, it tells you the presser foot, and then it automatically calibrates the length and the width. And you can move these if you don't like it. So if I'm doing a zigzag stitch, I'm going to do stitch number 4. I need a J foot, but I really like a tighter zigzag stitch. So I'm going to do 2.0 by 2.0, easy peasy, and then it's done. And all I have to do is run my fabric through. Another nice feature of this machine is that I can start it without using the pedal. And it's giving me an error because there's nothing underneath that. I don't have a bobbin in there, but you can actually run this machine from this button right here, or you can use the pedal, which sticks into the back here. You also have a back stitch button, so anytime you are doing a straight stitch, you want to back stitch to secure it. And then you also have a needle up, needle down button as well. And I believe on this one, you can actually program it for when you stop a stitch, if your needle is up or needle is down. You also have a fabric cutter on the end here, a nice little diagram for reminding you how to put your bobbin in. And then we have a little storage container here, which has a little bag of your presser feet and some other tools that you might need. You have an automatic buttonhole, and you've got a little guard right here that pops down when you have your buttonhole foot put on. All you have to do is press whichever buttonhole you want, put your foot on the pedal, and it stitches the buttonhole and then stops when it's done. It's all you have to do. It's brilliant. Again, we also have a few features up top here. We have some additional, you've got an additional cone holder if you wanted to use a twin needle. A lot of great features for not a lot of money. You've got your, I'm blanking on what this is called. You know what I mean. Your turn crank, you know what I'm talking about. The thing over here that lifts the needle up and down, you have one of those as well. You've got your thread tension at the top. This machine comes already ready to go. You plug it in, you wind a bobbin, you thread your needle, and you can be sewing within 10 minutes of owning this machine. It's brilliant. You can kind of see this, but there are measurement markings on the throat plate here, and then a nice set of pretty hefty feed dogs underneath. We also have a speed control. So if you're brand new and you're just freaking out about using a sewing machine, you can go on the slowest pace. And if you are super impatient like me, you can speed it up and you can go somewhere in between until you find a place that you're most comfortable. I think you can kind of see this here, but these are actually labeled. So when you are threading your machine, there are numbers to show you where you go to thread your needle. Again, this is very much a user-friendly machine. So anyway, this is my recommendation for straight out of the gate seamstresses. It's a minimal financial investment. A universal needle works with it. When you buy the machine, you get a lot of supplies to start out with, including bobbins. Just make sure they update this machine quite often, so make sure that if you replace bobbins that you get the right ones. Otherwise, this is a great machine for $150. So in addition to the things I told you last time that you need fabric, you need patterns, you need a few tools, we're talking about an investment of $200 to start making your own garments today. I don't know about you, but I would much rather spend $200, make my own clothes, than sit in a fitting room for hours trying to figure out what freaking size I wear in jeans. Just my personal soapbox there. Anyway, again, this is the Brother CS-6000i. This is a computerized machine. You can find this on Amazon for about $150. I will link below so that you can find it. And if you have any questions about this machine or any machines, please leave those comments below. Thanks, guys.